Alright, what's up everyone? Welcome to my blog, of course, my daily blog. Of course, it won't always be daily because I'll have things that come up, but I'm going to try my best before school starts. And just so everyone knows, I start school earlier than most people. I don't go to a year-round school, but I go to an early college program. I'm not a nerd, so don't get that in your head. I am smarter than the normal, I guess, the average um, blonde, but I don't want to be stereotypical because most of my friends that are girls are blonde because I love blondes. They're funny when they have their blonde moments. But anyways, today I wanted to talk about relationships, relationships with God, relationships in general, with your parents, with guys, all that. Alright, so relationship with God. The way I see it is everyone has their own opinion. There's different religions out there, but don't be letting people interfere. Like, don't let your relationship with your parents or your relationships with your boyfriend, girlfriend interfere with your relationship with God. Whether you're atheist or Muslim, Christian, but now before I get into all that, I'm Christian. I'm a Presbyterian. I don't even know how to say it real well, but Presbyterian Christian. But I respect, in a way, all religions. I don't really like atheists, but I'll be friends with them. But I ain't gonna I won't date them because I just can't. I want to be with a Christian that has the same views as me. Um, but anyways, whatever your religion is, don't let it interfere. Like, put God first, or your relationship with your Lord or Savior, whatever you want to call him, Jehovah. I don't even know, but anything you call the person that you worship, keep that first, because the person that you worship, the person, even if it's your parents, because for atheists, you could just worship your parents, even though me as a teenager, it gets aggravating. You better respect your parents. Your parents are the ones who's been there since day one. Now for me, I don't have a father because my father was a deadbeat and he did many things he shouldn't have. But that doesn't mean that you should hate the world. You could be a foster kid or whatever. You still have somebody that cares about you, which is God. And if you do not have God, then you have yourself. If you do not learn how to love yourself, then you're not going to learn how to love anyone. I'm going to be straight up with you. I've been there, done that, cried tears, hated myself, wanted to kill myself. But look at me now. I don't cut. I don't. I'm gonna honestly tell you. I used to cut. I used to not care. I used to. I'm not really a bad child, but at the same time, I'm not a good girl either. I've done stupid things. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you and say, "Oh, I'm Miss Preppy. I can do this. I got all this money." No. Look at the back of me. Does this look like 5-star hotel material? I don't even know. Yeah, that's not 5 star. It's, I don't even know, but I live in a bad neighborhood. It's not the worstest neighborhood, but I've heard gunshots, I've seen fights, I've seen the police come about 2 or 3 times a week. I've seen people steal, there's only 20 people that live in our apartment complex at about 200 apartments, maybe 100 apartments. But there's not that many people that live here, well, families in general. And I've seen people break into the apartments that are abandoned and steal stuff, which shouldn't be done. Back to relationships. Um, with your parents, you should respect them. Even though they get on your nerves, even though you're a teenager, I don't tell my mom everything, but eventually it all comes out. Because I can't, I used to keep everything in. But at one point I went to a hospital because I cut and overdosed. because I was really in love with a girl. I know y'all can judge, y'all can say, oh, she's a bisexual, yada yada yada. I don't care. I went to a hospital, and I when I was in the hospital, I learned stuff. I learned that my life is not as bad as others. There was people in there that their parents didn't care about them, and they were in about 5, 6 foster homes. Some of them were getting emancipated because they didn't want to live at home. Some of them, like this one guy, I'm not gonna name any names, but he's like a rapper dude, and I love rapping, and I love people who rap. It's something like it lets me get my feelings out. But at the same time, it's like I really liked his story. It was something about some gang or something. Like he was in his house, and they came up in his house, and he ended up killing some people. And he could have went to prison. He could have like had life because he killed like 2 or 3 people. But since he was a minor, they told him they gave him a choice to go to the hospital, but which I can basically say is like rehab, I guess. But it was crazy. They had 20-second showers. You had to push the little button like 10 times just to take a real good shower. Probably more than that, because I was pushing the button all the time. When I take a shower, I gotta take a shower all the time. And before I go to sleep tonight, even though it's late, I'm probably gonna take another shower. Because I do not like sweating. That's nasty to me. But basically what I'm saying is people go through things in and out of life. You shouldn't judge a book by its cover, and your relationship with your parents. I mean, you shouldn't tell them everything because they do freak out. Like telling my mom I was bisexual, and I don't even know my sexuality now. But when I liked this girl, and I told her I was bisexual because I had real feelings for this girl. I was the first girl I ever loved. It's the first person I ever loved, like fell in love with. And I told my mom for her because I was like, my mom needs to know. I didn't tell her in person because I was scared. I told her through text like a punk. But I did have a long conversation, and I was scared, crying and everything when I got home. But basically, to an extent, you should tell your parents some stuff. Not everything, but it depends on what kind of parents you have. Like my mom, she's cool to a point, but at the same time she's not. Because she worries a lot about me because a lot of stuff she's done and a lot of stuff she's been through, she doesn't want me to go through the same thing. And that's how every parent is. They want you to be better than them. And you have to respect that because every parent loves you. I mean, you may say, oh, my daddy went to the army, he doesn't love me. Your daddy went to the army because he's trying to make money for you. He's trying to protect our country. So you better respect that. And people say, oh, I'm in foster care. My mom don't care about me. And that may or may not be true. But I'm sure one day she's going to look at it, maybe even on her deathbed, even though you've gone forward with your life, your parent is going to regret giving you up or regret not being able to see you grow up. Because every mother and father, I don't know much about fathers, but I'm sure every parent wants to see their baby girl, baby boy grow up and be somebody. Because that's just how it is. That's just the way of life. And if you can't respect that, if you can't respect that, then you can't respect nothing. You gotta have a certain extent of respect in life, and at the same time, you gotta just roll with things. I admit I've got used a lot in life. I'm the kind of person that works really hard. It doesn't matter if people pay me or not. I usually do stuff for people because I'm a caring person, and I've kind of loosened up a little bit put my grips down, and tell people I'm not gonna do it. You're gonna get your lazy butt up, and you're gonna do something. But at the same time, I'm still a nice person, and I try to do stuff too. Last thing I wanted to talk about, last relationship, is boyfriend and girlfriend relationships, or boyfriend and boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. In those kind of relationships, it shouldn't matter about race. It shouldn't matter about weight. It shouldn't matter about hair color. It shouldn't matter about the looks. It should matter about the personality. It shouldn't matter about, oh, this girl's with this girl, or that boy's with that boy, or, oh, she a dyke, oh, look at that boy, he's fruity. No. Everyone has their own path in life, and if they decide to do that, then you need to respect that, and you need to back away and let them do their thing. You may be all with God, and like I am, I'm with God, but I have issues too. But you gotta give it time. I'm still young. Many of you out there are still young too. You can't just expect everything to come out there like be done in one day. I used to think, oh, I could get everything done. I could get money. I could. No, it doesn't work that way. This is life. This is reality. If you really want something done, you try your best. But you also have a plan B. Because if you do not have a plan B, nothing's going to work out. And one of the hardest things for me was a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship, because I usually date black guys. I'm not going to lie to you. My last relationship was in February. I broke up with him. But he was the first official white dude I dated. And that's what kind of changed my view about white guys. My mom basically dated all black guys too, except for my dad. Well, me and my brother's dad. But basically what I'm saying is, I've I've had a lot of problems with relationships with black guys. People call me a whore. People say, "Oh, you're white, you can't be with him," kind of thing. Or they tell him, "Oh, she's a slut. She slept with so-and-so in the woods." When that's not me. I mean, I'm not a perfect angel, but I don't sleep around. I have things to look forward to. I don't want to have to be a teen mom. And every teenager, I'm pretty sure they don't want to be a teen mom or a teen dad or whatever. And y'all probably think, oh, she's just saying that. But no, that comes from my heart. I see my mom, it wasn't that young, but she had me when she was 18. Even though she said it was 19 because she turned 19 about 4 or 5 months later. To me, they don't count. You had me at 18. Even if it was 19, you were still a teen. You still struggled. You didn't get to go to college because I was born. And I felt bad about it. But at the same time, I'm going to prove to my mom, even though she had me at a young age, I'm still going to do something with my life. I'm not just going to sit around and let her struggle like this. She took care of me ever since I was young. That's called respect. And I don't have anything against teen moms or teen dads. People make mistakes in life. But I'm going to try not to be one of them. Because I don't want to have to be bawling, telling my mom, "Mom, I'm pregnant." Or, "Mom, I need to go to the doctor because I need to get checked because I had sex with so-and-so and I don't know if he's my baby daddy or whatever." I don't want to have to be on the Maury show like some of these girls. That's me, and it's just, it comes from my heart. Anyways, basically, the main thing of this blog was, there's different relationships in life, but you gotta keep them in their category. You can't, in my opinion, it goes like this. God comes first, then your family, and then your boyfriend, girlfriend, whoever. And then your friends can come after that, depending on how much you care about your boyfriend, girlfriend, and your friends. But if you're a Christian, make sure you have God first. Or if you're a Muslim, whatever your God is, make sure you have them first. Don't let your family go and threaten you and say, "Oh, you're going to be grounded." No. Your parents, they do have control of you. But if you have a different religion than your parents, go forward with that. Because everyone has their different things in life. And you gotta be unique. And if you're not unique, then there's something wrong with this world. Anyway, bye.